Prescribed beer? Unfortunately, not anymore. On this day in history, November 23, 1921, President Warren G. Harding signed the Willis Campbell Act, otherwise known as the Beer Emergency Bill, which clarified and tightened regulations around the medicinal use of alcohol during Prohibition. Since ancient times, people have believed that alcoholic beverages provided medicinal value. That belief became even more widespread after the discovery of distillation. From then, physicians would prescribe alcohol for all sorts of ailments such as disease control or snake bites. During the Prohibition, it had become a legal loophole that allowed people to consume alcohol as it was prescribed and therefore mandated for their medical treatment. It had become so heavily used that the US government, which passed the Volstead Act which enforced the ban on alcohol, was even willing to allow the limited production and distribution of whiskey when supply ran low. In 1921, sponsored by Republican Senator Frank Willis of Ohio and Representative Philip Campbell of Kansas, the Beer Emergency Bill specified that only spirituous and vinous liquors, or spirits and wine rather than beer, could be prescribed medicinally. The bill also reduced the maximum amount of alcohol per prescription to half a pint and limited doctors to be able to hand out a maximum of 100 prescriptions for alcohol per 90-day period. The Willis Campbell Act kept in force all anti-liquor tax laws that had been in place before the passage of the Volstead Act in 1919, giving authorities the right to choose whether or not to prosecute offenders under either prohibition or revenue laws, but also guaranteeing that bootleggers and those abusing the system would not be charged in both ways. However, the bill did more harm than good. By banning medical beer, law-abiding citizens started violating prohibition laws so that they could drink, and the legal system became strained with the massive backlog of prohibition cases. While health metrics improved, public sentiment and disrespect for the law grew. Eventually, the widespread failure of the Volstead Act's consequences and the economic strain of the Great Depression led to the repeal of prohibition on December 5th, 1933. If you've learned something, consider dropping a like and subscribing to my channel. Your support would mean the world to me.